Recently, DFW managed to establish new facility for captured species in Sierra Nevada. In this harsh environment, only well-prepared animals will survive both land and flying. Join me on SpeedBuild and the tour of this just open facility. Let's hop into it. Right, first things first. Happy New Year, everyone. I wish all your dreams will come true in 2025, or if not this year, I'm sure that it will be next year. And also, I would like to say really sorry for this video being so late because that was the problem on my side, and nothing very spectacular happened, of course. Only I miscalculated my time during the weekend and I couldn't make it to the Monday 11 a.m. Polish time, but here we are. And also, I have to admit that that's one of those speed build episodes where there are a lot of cuts because, again, I would like to show you guys as much as possible from my way of thinking, of course, while building different shapes. For example, just right now, I'm building the mountain, how it is working for me, or how I'm planning out my projects. But I also would like to keep this, maybe not the videos, maybe yeah, maybe the entire video is just a little bit shorter because from this park I had something like over maybe it was nearly 4.5 hours of save, and surely that was the over 4 hours of recording, and you have to speed that up, you have to adjust that. So I cut out, of course, the most boring part so you don't have to watch it. For example, placing thousands of rocks that you are going to see the end result, of course, and also do the tour and not end up with the video, which is over half an hour to go, which also for me is not something really pleasing. Also, I have to say that you can see me adding and deleting those DFW toilets because that's because they are making this construction sound, which was driving me mad. That's because of the glitch, which wasn't reworked, and I was really furious about that. And some cuts are coming because I tried to do the parking lot, and that was my first try. You can see me measuring the car to the length of the path, but at the end I worked out the idea to do the parking lot, so I made those tips for about 10 meters, and then I'm going with this line over the top, just nearly over them, so everything is nicely tied up to the jeeps that we have available in the game. If you would like to see that in actually a more specialized way, so it is presented just a little bit better, get me know in the comments. Of course, I will think about that, and surely I will upload something to help you with building something like that. Or even if you would like to see a true big, beautiful, and especially realistic parking lot, I really recommend going for Python X35 channel because his parking lots are just incredible, especially in his San Diego Jurassic Park San Diego recreation, and also the park. Sadly, I cannot remember because I'm improvising right now how it was named, but it was for surely on the Pennsylvania map, and it was in the Evolution Square's Battle of the Builders, last Battle of the Builders, if I remember that correctly. And also, speaking of Evolution Square, there is also something from our crazy path lady, because I decided to implement the idea of scanning the trucks in the case of safety, so everyone going out and coming into the research part of the facility have to be scanned, so they are not going with something unwelcome, just like something like which Dennis Nedry had in Jurassic Park, and also doesn't escape with something really viable, just like, I don't know, special food for dinosaurs, because we are in the DFW facility, so that would be really unpleasing for us because that surely costs a lot of money. But okay, I'm coming back to the facility, and actually, what was the idea? I was thinking about long time. I really wish that I made the first video of 2025 from Jurassic World Evolution 2, firstly, because it's really important for me because that's the game from where we started our the channel, and also because it is really quick and I decided to do something different, and today I went for this realistic style of facility, which actually I tried to do, and that's why you can see me build a lot of those parking lots, this research facility. There will be also electricity going around, so everything looks as natural and as realistic as it is possibly be for the game, and also for my possibilities, for my time, and of course skill. And I think that I did my best. And over here you can see me why you always have to check the paths before changing anything, because that is messing up just a little bit. But yeah, that's the idea. And of course you could see me using the tiniest path, which is the best actually to carve down the roads, which is I really recommend, and then going with those pieces, with those straight pieces, so everything looks nice and clean, and then changing it to wider path, so the gap between the paths it's not so big, and the lines that will be in the road are not too thick, and it looks also again realistic. That's actually my version. Again, if you would like to see that in precise way, tell me in the comments, and I will think about way how to put it into the perspective, so you can actually learn from my actually that was the experiment. And also now I am adding all of those straight paths, so our road looks just a little bit realistic, and actually we can have natural and maybe not natural. Oh my god, why am I talking about natural? Realistic traffic over here. Again, doing that in the roundabout. And I think that that's the infrastructure that, in my opinion, went really well. Also, there is a lot of track colors, the path colors, so you can indicate where is this industrial part, and where is the part when you can go in as a guest or the worker on when you are going out, because you could see me use the fancy path for the entrance and the Jurassic Park brown path for the exit, so everything will be indicated. It will be more perfect if it will be also indicated by the lights, but I was really running out of time. And also there were already a lot of lights, because I of course lighted the entire facility up. There's a lot of course security cameras also. So again, just to keep it as realistic as it possibly can be for the matter of the game and my possibilities. And you could also see me run this road, this thick road of path going around, and that's something which I was thinking about for a long time. That's the facility road, and the main idea behind it is that you can actually, maybe not you, the park rangers have the uninterrupted access to the road, so they can go easily and fast all around the park. Of course, guests think that's the normal path, and they are going all around the park on it, even though I make them a really nice and beautiful pavement for them, but they seem to don't care and just walk on the street. I don't know why is that a thing, but we have to work around that. Okay, so you can see me now working around the nature I was adding, and that's one of the that's one actually of the problems that Sierra Nevada map has, because I chose this map because firstly it's not used very often, and surely I can understand why, and you can also see, and I have to take a break from this map, and also because I wanted to build something winter-like for January, so we have this just one episode of winter, because every single episode was rather in temperate or in the warm biomes. And over here I started adding thousands of rocks, so this cliff has just a little bit of texture. Over here ended, and also you can see me replacing this Jurassic Park fence with invisible fence, which is also the way for you, which is I recommend, because for some reason invisible fence have some actually troubling hitboxes, which is not very good for building anything, and it is really coming into the way. Don't like that much. But for some reason other fences don't have that problem, and if you replace it, if you build firstly this normal fence, build around it, and then you can replace that. So normally it would be impossible to build the invisible fence and build the decorations, but we have to work around that. For I really hope in Jurassic World Evolution 3 or whatever the game will be called, we are not going to take such problem. And over here I started building the aviary, added those bushes, lots of rocks for this little island because I decided to build it. And I remember for some reason that Quetzalcoatls land only on those smaller maybe I forgot the word, landing docks. So I placed the smaller one in, but I think that's the I cannot remember. That's the bigger version, which also could be placed in, but of course I built everything, saved it, make the video, and now I think about it. But it's okay, it's fine, it looks nice. But Dimorphodons, which are also in this aviary, have somewhere to sit in next to those beautiful giants. And also I went for the Quetzalcoatlus firstly because we have harsh environment and it is colored and it wasn't used on the channel before. And also I added the Dimorphodons because again they have this feather beautiful variant for Dominion and they are not common in the community. And here comes our star attraction. Fearlessly screaming at everyone, and now I proceed into the exhibit of this time the Deinocheirus, because of course many species could be kept in there, but this time I went with Deinocheirus because these are amazing species and they weren't in the channel before. And here they comes, our full-sized ducks. Looking amazing as always. I varied the skins, of course, so everything's just a little bit more interesting, and then proceeds to build around. There is also not so much natural work in there. I just varied the terrain in the back of the exhibit, so it looks just a little bit more natural. So just and put the fence in so they won't escape. So also they indicate that's only the base for some time. Also working around with this gate because I hadn't had that much space I would like, and proceed to build around this guest section, which won't be getting so much decoration as, for example, Canada Lake Park, because it's not a theme park, of course. It's the DFW facility, and the guests are here only because we need just a little bit more funds to run this facility and also run other actions of DFW all around the planet, and mostly in the United States, because all of the big movies, all of the big action happen in US for some reason. And now I'm also adding lots of rocks. So again, that's one of my rules. If you don't know what to put somewhere, put nature. That makes the job done and it looks very interesting. And also yes, I turn on the night so I could realistically put on some lights and of course the security cameras on around so nothing is stolen. And also then I proceed into building, I think there will be the checkpoint or not, there will be some decoration of this aviary, and again it was the time where I added the decorations, which is actually the last part. In Poland it could be called wykończeniówka. If you are Polish, you know what I'm talking about. That's the process which is the longest and the most difficult one, because it's at the end and you have to do a lot of nasty stuff. Also added some theming, so something stuff and was reloaded. And over here I'm building this loading post, which turned out really well. So the idea is that anytime workers are sitting in with all of those lights, red lights, and scanning the trucks that are coming in and out, and also try to build all around this parking lot, and the end result will be better in the real-time part, in the tour part, which is coming shortly, so see you there. Okay, here we arrived at the DFW facility. We are going by jeep because we have an appointment over there, but firstly we are going to have a tour. We arrive at this roundabout, so everything from gas, workers to trucks is safe on the roads. Over here I made it as realistic as I possibly can, so, which I'm not a master of, but I think that I did well. Over here you can go to the part of the facility where resources are delivered, that's only for trucks, and from here you can also see the checkpoint for the trucks, so they can be scanned before they go in or go out. So of course that's the idea from the Evolution Square, which I really like from the channel. If you for some reason you haven't seen her channel, really recommend checking that out. But we are going to the main parking lot for the workers and guests. So over here you can see that we have a few cars and we have also those lights. Most of the places over here are empty, so the lights are green, but some of them are parked, so we have green lights. And the same thing we have in the part for the trucks, when the drivers can park their trucks and have a little break. Over here we got this overpass for the guests, and now driving really carefully between the guests, we are going to drive into the staff road, which goes from the main aviary down to the hatchery, so everything is easily accessible for the staff anytime. So now we are heading into the aviary, which is the main attraction over here of this facility, which it could be also said over here that this is mainly the DFW facility where dinosaurs, or like reptiles of course, are kept. They are captured from the wild and set over here, and for foundations we are also getting people in, the normal people in, so we have money for our research. So firstly we are tapping out over here, and we will take a look into the aviary, and I hate that point of view. Oh, that's much better. You can see over here that there is those notifications about the cars, but look at that. Yeah. Quetzalcoatles, of course, is also, in my opinion, it's too big for those aviaries. They are actually too low for them. Look at it, sitting over there, magnificent, beautiful creatures. But yeah, I really wish the aviaries could be just a little bit higher for them, or we have something like we have seen in Dominion, which keep the Quetzalcoatlus in, but hopefully we will get that in Jurassic World Evolution 3. And from over here you can also see the goat, which is also the food for our beautiful flying reptiles, and the Dimorphodon, which is also the smaller feathered variant, mostly because I was thinking about adding Deinocheirus over here, but decided that they would be too small for this very big aviary, and secondly, they are really common in the community because they are really nice species. I love them, of course, but they are used really often, and I decided to give some life to Dimorphodon. And over here we got our beautiful Quetzalcoatlus eating. My god. Like, they are in the game for maybe 1.5 or 2 years right now, but still this species I love it. It's just magnificent. I wish we get better aviaries that could be just a little bit higher, but we don't have that much time. We are going back to the ship. Actually, we won't run over people. We will take this dirty path because over here it's another point which is really worth viewing anytime when you are visiting this place, and it is really lovely here because we are in the center of the facility. Over here we have the heart of our operations, the operation center. Also we have the helicopter arrival point and the science center. So the most important stuff is done here, and also we got this workers house, workers building, so you can actually become a scientist over here, just like these dudes over here. But that's one of the attractions from over here. It's just a little bit quiet over here, but you can look into big, this huge exhibit with this big lake for the Deinocheirus. Of course, there could be other species like Spinosaurus, Scomimus, Baryonyx. We have lots of them, but I decided to give some love to Deinocheirus again, and they are feathered ones, so I decided that they will be, they will feel nice over here, especially in this giant group. So we are coming back to our ship. And now we will go down the road. If you can switch the camera, watch the people at the full speed actually, so we don't run over anybody. And now we are going down. Over here you get this resource part of the facility, and we got this path and also the pavement. But I guess in this game actually hate the drivers, and they're going all around the road, not the pavement. But we don't care, we can run over them, nearly run over, of course. We are kind people. And over here we got our hatchery, from where the dinosaurs are loaded into this big exhibit. Actually, we can pay them a small visit through this classic gate, which I felt is suitable. Really carefully so we won't punch. It is just a little bit tight over here, mostly because you can see that there is this map border over here. And now we can actually watch the Deinocheirus from up close, which is also the part of the experience over here, because from time to time the guest can go with the jeeps, with the ranger groups, to take care of the Deinocheirus. So there is a lot of to do in this facility. And actually, besides having guests from time to time, it could provide the best experience actually for the new consultants of the DFW, new agents of the DFW, to actually gain some experience in their future jobs. So the entire agency is working well, and the dinosaurs kept well. So actually, that will be all from the war. Great. Again, I wish you happy New Year. If you watched till this point, thank you so much. I really hope you enjoyed. Now stick around for the cinematics, and see you in the next episode. Goodbye.